Good day, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic holiday break if you did some time off. I personally recharged, and today is talking about some of the gifts, one of the gifts that I received at Christmas. I am very blessed to have received this new camera. It's a film camera, it's a Belair 6x12 from by Lomography. It's a film camera, and it's a medium format film camera. So yeah, so let me just show you a bit of the unboxing there. First time I ever opened it. It comes in a nice, neat box. This is the Jet Setter edition. So as you can see, it comes with the camera, and it also comes with the with two lenses, one 58 millimeter, so which is the equivalent of around 35 millimeter on a 35 millimeter camera, and it comes also with a 90 millimeter lens, which is the equivalent to a 50 mil on a 35 millimeter camera. So all that to say, this is an amazing camera. As you can see, you can just change the lenses. What is very cool about this camera, and what I really like about this camera, is the fact that it's very simple. So as you can see, maybe I'm going to switch to overlay there. As you can see, you can easily change the lenses. You have the light sensor that's right here, and it's a range finder, so you can change the viewfinders on the top right there. Easily can do that. Now there's a shutter on the side that you can press, and you can dial in the ISO. There's also a bulb mode. So let's say you have a 200 ISO film, you just select it and then you press, and the shutter, as you can see, will release and calculate the proper amount of time. So that's really cool. Now in the back, if we turn it to the back, you can pop this and you can just simply put on your film. It comes with interchangeable mats. So this is the wide 6x12 mat, but it also comes with a 6x9. And unfortunately, I emailed customer service, but it should come also with a 6x6. But instead of receiving a 6x6 frame, I received a second 6x12. So I'm waiting for that. So as you can see, you can just roll your film in there. But what's also cool about that is you can actually put a 35 millimeter back to the camera, which I did. Oh, I forgot to crop my montage, but that's okay. So that's a 35 millimeter back, and you can just pop a regular 35 millimeter back on there, which is super cool, because then you can create sprocket filled panoramas on your 35 millimeter. I'm going to show you a few examples in a few seconds. So right, December 26th, I went around my neighborhood and shot a few panoramas with this bad boy. So I'm super stoked, super excited about this this new camera, because it really creatively, it's limiting, yes, but it's limitless in terms of possibilities. You can create panoramas. That's what got me hooked on in the first place. So panoramas, 6x12 panoramas, I mean, you can print that on a wall. So that's amazing. One thing, actually two things I intend to do is, as you can see, this has there's only two, I don't know if you can see, but there's only two aperture setting, f8 and f16. Now if you do all your shots at once, that's great, that's not a problem. But if you intend to pop in, let's say, a 400 ISO or push a 400 ISO to 1600, and for some reasons don't finish your roll and you want to take some daylight, you're going to be out of parameters. So what I intend to do is I actually ordered a step-up ring. It's a 43 millimeter to 52 millimeter, and I'm simply going to DIY it. I'm just gonna glue this on. As you can see, it fits perfectly, so carefully I'm just gonna glue this on, and that will allow me to put on ND filters on the lens. So yeah, it would have been nice to have Lomography think of having a thread there so we could screw this on, but instead I'm going to do a clean DIY. So I'm going to be able to screw a ND filter on and then be able to compensate my calculations, my exposure calculations here with the ISO dial. So that's what I intend to do. Also, one thing that I've started doing is use a simple cord to have the release of that right here, so I can pull the cord instead of having my hand there to avoid shakes during the long exposures. There was something else, but I forgot what it was. It's also coming with a as you can see here, a flash shoe, hot shoe, so hot shoe mount, so you can easily put your hot shoe mount there. And the batteries are standard LR44 batteries, or if you're Canadian like me, it's a 357. So you just pop them in there. Be careful though, because I had to watch. You have to turn them like in different sides there. So you can see there's a plus and a minus. So just follow where you are supposed to put the plus and the minus. Folds back easily when you press on at the bottom and on top to fold back the bellow. Just be careful to really put the wire back in, and that's it, guys. You're good to go. So it folds nicely and neatly, so you can carry this around, and whenever you change your formats, you can just select the window accordingly. Oh yeah, and one thing I was intending to do, maybe take the extra 6x12 that I have now and change it to 6x7, but I might end up having some problems figuring out the film advance. So I hope you like this. I think that's going to be a wrap for me today. It's December 31st, so I wish you all an amazing end of year. Even though here in Quebec, Canada, we're confined, we're not allowed to see anyone, but I'm a big family. We're 7 here, so it's still going to be fun. Resolutions, keep on creating. And I just discovered this Lomography company, and I really like their company culture. They have their 10 golden rules, and I intend to follow them diligently, but more on that maybe in a future YouTube live. Until then, keep creating, guys, and I hope you have a fantastic end of year.